about to have a really good time, and it's sure to make you smile. On the bus, in the car, on the AirPods without wires. Rank it up on the works on it's the Belle and Liam podcast. Belle and Liam podcast.
G'day there, podcaster.
Hey, yesterday, producer Belle had the day off, and she listened to the entire podcast still because she's such a massive fan.
Yep.
She genuinely did. And did you notice what she said? She was like, "I loved your story."
Yeah.
Like the whole podcast. What she liked best is the story that you didn't tell on the show. You just told on the podcast.
Yeah.
And I was in my head. I was like, "Yeah, that was a funny story." What if there's a little segment where it's like, stories from the weekend or whatever that we think is like. We didn't even bother writing it in the notes in our phone because you probably won't talk about that on the show.
Yeah, but I don't.
The better place is.
I don't think that the story was good though. Like I think it came across okay.
Yeah,
but the whole reason I told that story was because I thought, oh, this is so unfunny.
Yeah,
that therefore it would be kind of funny.
It was kind of funny.
The only good thing about it was tracks closed.
Yeah, that was a good punchline.
Yeah.
I've got a similar one. From the weekend that I was thinking I could tell at the end of the podcast.
That sounds good to me.
All right. Well, enjoy the real show, and we'll come back with the silly one next. Ben Harvey is getting married this Saturday. We're all very happy for him. I'm the better man, which is better than the best man. I was snubbed in that department. I've done a lot of work to plan the wedding, and I'm just last minute sort of going over set lists and that sort of thing. Where should I pencil myself in for a speech? Were you thinking around 9:30? Before the second lot of hors d'oeuvres. After dessert, will everyone be too full? I just want people to be concentrated and maybe not be too sort of drunk,
Right. Well, no, we're doing speeches earlier in the night.
Sweet, yeah, that works for me. Yeah, then I can probably have a bit of a drink and relax and celebrate after as well. Do the nut bush, that sort of thing.
Yeah, well, as you would know, we have requested there specifically be no nut bush or the Macarena.
As you would also know, I've gone behind you on that one, and because people do, I know you're not traditionalist, but it's always good to have it at a wedding. Are you even married if you don't do the nut bush?
But no, to answer your question, there's no spot for you to do a speech.
Yeah, so who? What was that? Sorry,
there's no spot for you to do a speech. So like my brother James, I believe, is doing one. Sam's sister, and then Sam's dad.
I think I'd be better than those guys.
Well, you don't have a spot for
I've got a background in public speaking.
Yeah.
I know you well.
Yeah. I've always cringed at like awkward better man speeches and best man speeches. I've always found them quite awkward. Like I don't love that.
I literally finished it last night. I've been writing this for like a year.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Just perfected it.
I'm sorry.
You know what? Why don't
I'll
give you the speech, and then you can tell me after if you.
What, right now?
I'll give you. Let's just imagine we're in the room. So just her dad's just done a speech. And then I get up there and I'm... bit of hush, guys. Yeah, bit of hush. Bit of hush. Thank you, guys. Well, hey there. For those who don't know me, my name's Liam. I'm the Bert to Ben's Ernie, the pen to Ben's Teller. Thanks, Uncle John. Big pen and teller guy. Jeez, you really liked that one. The Ren to Ben's Stimpy. I'm the Liam to Ben's Liam. Wow. What a beautiful ceremony, huh, guys? All right. Sorry, mouth's a little dry. Look, if you'll allow me, I'd like to talk about. Sorry, that's inappropriate. I'd like to talk about love for a minute. Okay, a kind of love that's passionate, that burns white hot. The kind of love where you don't want to let go. The kind of love where they're the last thing you think about before you go to bed and the first thing you think about when you wake up. The kind of love it's all-encompassing and overwhelming in the most wonderful of ways. Well, that's the type of love I have for Ben. Oh, I thought that would have done better. He also loves that Sam chick. Huh. I'm just going to power on. And may I say, doesn't the bride look beautiful tonight? I was there, actually, the night Ben and Sam met. We were hosting an event for Budweiser at Viva Nightclub. Not the kind of place you'd expect to meet your future wife. Ben and I were in the DJ booth handing out promotional hats. Does that sound COVID? I think we've got to get a marshal in. That sounds chesty.
You are a marshal. Why don't you escort them out?
Okay, well, I'm literally a quarter of the way through. So this is, if we're going to slow
Are you
down,
serious?
I swear to God.
Our one
this is
request was that when people do speeches, they give them tight.
Okay. Ben and I were in the DJ booth and we're handing out promotional hats and we saw Sam twerking to Hanson's Mbop. It's not even funny. I turned to Ben and said, "That's not one you take home to Mum." Oh, how we laughed. Until, of course, he did. Why are there no laughs in the spot I expect laughs? And then there's laughs in random spots. Anyway, that was 7 years ago. And Ben and Sam have only gone from strength to strength. They've lived interstate, raised 3 pets, and renovated their dream home. They're the perfect match for each other, and I cannot wait to see them start a family someday. They're going to be amazing parents. I mean, Ben's already a dad anyway. He gets excited when traffic's... That was the setup. That wasn't the punchline. Goes to bed at 7:30 every night. Plays... should I continue? Is this...
I haven't really heard a word you've said.
I gathered that.
Let's all settle. Let's all simmer.
All right, guys. Plays golf and gets angry for 2 to 3 days if his footy team plays bad. I'm also hoping to get the call up as the Godfather, seeing as I was cruelly robbed of the better man duties. Ben's a complicated character. He's the kind of guy who will leave his own buck show after 3 hours without saying goodbye to anyone. Normally when people do that, it's seen as rude. When he does it, it's endearing. He's one of the most hard-working, funny and loyal men I know. I love him to bits, and I know him and Sam, it's not funny, are going to live happily ever after together. Thanks, guys. What a great reception. Oh, you liked it. You guys liked it? So what do you think? I think that...
You're not doing a speech.
That's pretty
You're
good,
definitely
though,
not doing a speech.
You didn't like that?
No, not at all.
Right.
No, you're not doing one.
So, just to clarify, I get to do that song that I played on Friday, though, right? So I'll do the song, but no speech.
Mate, you're lucky you're coming, let alone doing a speech or doing a performance.
Maybe I'll surprise you with both. We should actually keep that. That would help things sort of like tick along in the morning.
Book smarter these holidays. With whatif.com, you can book everything for your trip all in one place.
Plus, select hotels are fully refundable. Booking cancellation windows apply.
Make up for missed holidays with What If. It's Aussie for travel. Check government advisories before booking and travelling.
Yeah, some big news in the breakfast radio world this morning. Someone who's on air, who's also an athlete, making a bit of a change up next year. Yeah, it's true. Ben's thinking about playing 2L's D grade and coming back to the Roosters next year.
Yeah, no, it has crossed my mind.
No, of course, we're talking about Aaron Phillips.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where the news comes across, okay, Aaron Phillips, like 3-time premiership player for the Crows.
Iconic.
AFL women's iconic. Moving over to Port, they've got their first team coming into the AFLW. I mean, she comes from a Port background, so it makes sense. But then do you talk about it?
Yeah.
Because essentially our commercial competitor.
I think as football fans, we're very excited for the news.
This is cool. I'm like, cool. That's like, that mixes things up a little bit.
But then as a radio show, we're conflicted because we're like, well, do we talk about the opposition and their good news?
Do we try and run her down and say, I don't even reckon she's that good? Like, you can't. I mean, she's going to have statues on her.
Of course she
She's
is.
like a legend.
Yeah.
Also, my cousin's cousin. So
there you go.
There's a family connection there. But we were like, well, if we talk about it, then are people going to go, all right, well, let's just flick over and see what they're saying about it because she's actually on that show.
So we thought, you know what, Liam and I, we're a pretty above board radio show.
It's all,
transparent.
Yeah.
So we thought, why don't we save you the energy of lifting up your left hand and flicking the radio dial to the rival network, and we'll just bring them up.
We'll broadcast them a little bit on Nova.
Yeah.
So then you don't have to switch, but then you can still find out what they're saying about.
So we genuinely don't know what they're doing right now. We just thought we'll all together, we'll bring them up.
Yeah.
And we'll see if Aaron Phillips is talking about the news. We'll
Yes.
find out what is going on over there.
I'm so happy, Aaron, that you're moving to Port, and my grandkids are going to be so happy too. And they can't wait to meet you, honestly.
Thank you, Margie.
I mean, I followed you in the Crows as well.
Can I just say quickly, this is perfect timing.
This is great timing.
This is great timing.
I was secretly hoping we'd get an ad or something.
Good on you. And good luck.
Thank you so much.
Good on you, Margie.
Salisbury North, Michelle. Good morning.
Michelle,
You're on with
what's
Aaron
going on?
Phillips.
Good morning, Aaron. Oh, my God, please. I'm devastated. But you know what? Congratulations, sweetheart. I think it's absolutely amazing. I have been Oh, I can't tell you. I'm old enough
what we
for
should
your
do?
mum.
We should confuse
I've been
people.
a massive fan of you.
If they just tune in and pretend we're all on a show together. So it's like, Ali, so like, let's pretend to talk
So you
to
try and
callers.
find your moment to talk. Yeah. So imagine Liam and I are on their show.
Yeah.
Hey, way to go. Like, you're playing your dream and... You know, the other
always
week
said
at the
that,
grand
hasn't
final, I was Devo. I was sitting there waiting for you to come around, and you went across the other side of the ocean.
You with Ali, Eddie, Ben, Liam, and Aaron on Nova.
P to the O to the D to the cast.
And right now, would you look at the time? It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10. George, or is it Georgie in Unley? Or
Hello.
A bit of both. What do you go by?
Usually George, but whatever is fine.
Hey, no worries at all. Well, George, we've got 5 questions here, and if you can get all of them right, you're going to be able to pick the next song we play. Also, just for getting on air, you could be getting a call back from Kate, Tim and Joel this Friday, letting you know you've got first-class flights to wherever you want to go in the world and 50 grand cash.
Amazing. Thank
George,
you.
do you normally listen to Nova at 6:10? Like, have you heard the quiz before?
I've heard the quiz before, but like on the podcast or replay or whatever.
Oh, nice. You're a podcast listener. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Well, look, normally
Yeah.
the 6:10 quiz, people, they don't go too well this early in the morning. So, fingers crossed, I'm looking for someone to try and get 5 out of 5 this morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
The
I'll give it a
SA government are offering $18 flights for young people in the UK and Ireland to come on a working holiday. What is the name of the tiny Irish lucky fairy?
Is it a leprechaun?
It is.
Do we think leprechauns are fairies?
I think they're fairy
Yeah,
men.
that threw
I don't
me.
know about that. I don't think they're a fairy.
They're magic. They hang around
Yeah,
pots of
definitely.
gold. They hang around pots of gold.
Definitely.
A musical based on the TV show Friends is coming to Adelaide. Can you name one of the main characters of the show?
Chandler?
Chandler
Bang.
Bing. Oh, my God. Leah Michelle, the girl from Glee, is going viral at the moment. She told an interviewer that she showed co-star Jonathan Groff her private area. The quote was her hole of she had a lamp in there, apparently.
No, she didn't have a lamp in there. She used a lamp to spotlight
She
it.
really gave him a good show.
Yep.
Because he had never seen one before. Strong play from Jonathan. What was the name of the musical TV show she starred in?
This is a hard question, actually.
Glee?
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause
wow.
I said, because remember I said Glee at the start. I kind of cooked
did
it.
you?
Yeah,
Oh.
I went
hear
off
that.
the cuff and said, Leah
But I
Michelle from
knew.
Glee. No, you knew? Okay, good.
Yeah, I knew.
We'll read that article later. That'll give you
Yeah.
a barrel of laughs. It's been said that a Harry Potter draft copy could sell for about $40,000. I've just put in a bid for $38,000, so I'm going to have to up that. Who is the author of Harry Potter?
J.K. Rowling?
Yeah, you're just killing it. I like you, George.
Yeah,
You're
you're
just
doing
coming
great.
in, calm, confident, bang, bang, bang. This is 5 for 5 here. See how you go. 10 years ago today, this Carly Rae Jepsen classic was number 1 in Australia. Can you finish these lyrics?
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy.
But here's my number, so call me maybe.
Yeah, and hold up, boys. Oh, Carly Rae.
Well done, George.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Thank
I'm going to
you.
give you a $100 petrol voucher thanks to our mates at BP because we like you
Oh
so
my
much.
God. That's so cool. Thank you, guys.
No worries. Now, that's kind of like a side prize because the main prize is getting to pick the next song we play. Would you like to hear my song this morning? Yeah, killing Heidi.
Now, you're humming along to that already, George,
Yeah.
so I feel like you're going to pick that one. However,
Yeah.
how good would it be to hear Kevin Rudolph this morning? And Lil Wayne. Rock and rap combining.
No.
Sorry.
Oh.
Killing Heidi.
Oh,
Come on,
sad.
it's killing Heidi.
Yes, it is, George. Thank you very much. As requested here, you are on Nova 919 with your mates Ben and Liam.
I reckon Rudolph's coming to town tomorrow.
Hope you're having a pod blast with a podcast.
Oh, good morning, Adelaide, and a happy Wednesday. At the moment, we have got an amazing competition. If you want to win tickets for you and a mate to fly interstate to Melbourne, flights paid for, accommodation paid for, to see Harry Styles, then just text us 0400 919 919. Harry Styles makes me smiles.
Easy as that.
We got a DM, Liam, yesterday on the Ben and Liam Instagram account. They said, "Hey, Ben and Liam, I was at the post office yesterday and I ran into Liam. I was with my friend and he held the door open. What a gentleman." We were blown away. And then I was like, "Oh, that's nice." But then they go on to say, "I was so bummed after he left because I forgot to mention that I would love some Harry Styles tickets. Hee hee." Is there any chance I could get some? I love you guys.
Well, that's sweet.
Airly.
Those girls were very polite. I do remember that. And as I opened it, they're like, "Oh, thank you." And I'm like, "What?" I mean,
I'm just doing the bare minimum.
What are the boys like in your grade? Are they just pushing you out the way? And it's like, I've just opened the door for anyone. But Ellie, I love
Ellie in her head thinking, "Oh, bummer, I missed my chance. If I said in that moment, can I have some Harry Styles tickets, you would have gone, sure, here they are."
I keep them in my pocket. I know we had 200,000 entries earlier.
Does he make you smiles?
Yeah.
There you go.
Hey, kids. Hey, wait up. You forgot your boarding passes. I think they may need to have been accompanied on the plane. But look, girls, hey, look, it was lovely meeting you in that brief moment. And make sure you text in. Harry Styles makes me smiles to 0400 919 919. That's how you win.
Why are we in a post office? It's like going to a museum.
Yeah. No, I have to go to the post office every 3 days to drop off my partner's million bags of clothes that she sends back, because there's free returns on one of these websites. What's the Iconic, I believe it is, or something like that.
Yeah.
So I swear to God, this is for your wedding.
Yeah.
4 different dresses.
What?
3 sizes each.
You know what?
At the moment, she's like, she came in last night and she's like, finally whittled it down to one dress. And she's like, do I need the 8? Do I need the 10? Do I need the, what? Like, is this too tight? Is this too big?
This is everything that's wrong with the world, right? For the wedding, my fiance Sam, she bought like a clutch because she wanted somebody to put her phone in. The clutch came yesterday and she's like, oh, she's so excited. She showed it to me. I looked at it. The first thing I said was, your phone won't fit in that. And she went, yes, it will. I went, show me. Straight away, it wouldn't fit. She went, I don't know, I'll send it back and get another one.
Yeah. I get a slightly bigger clutch. Don't worry about all the plastic. You can send it back. Who cares?
Leopod Mencast. Wait, I said that wrong. Ben and Liam Podcast.
Jeez, it's been a little while since I've reached into my shirt and grabbed the key out. Grab your key, Ben.
Thank you very much.
At the same time there. Unlock the forbidden folder. Okay, this is all the stuff our bosses said no to. In the past, though, I feel like when you know you're not supposed to do it, it's more fun. Like we've had, what's your connection to a murderer? Yeah, I mean, geez, the list goes on and on.
Oh, it goes on and on and on. We have also had...
have you slept with a celebrity?
Yeah.
That was one of my favourites, actually.
Did we do Have You Seen a Dead Body?
No, we haven't done that yet.
Haven't done that one yet?
Yeah.
It's coming up, though. It's coming up.
At some point. This morning, let's have a little look what's in the folder. Okay. Oh, this is an interesting one. Do you have a nickname for your partner's privates? Even saying privates is kind of weird, isn't it? That's like a very, PC way of saying it.
Do people nickname their privates? Because I don't have a nickname for mine.
Yeah. Well, you could show me and I could give you a nickname if you'd like.
Yeah, what would you call that?
Oh, that's I'll call that the cooked prawn. No, of course not. That's a Metworth, my friend. No. Look, I know it's like a thing, though. It's kind of weird. It's weird,
Yeah.
But that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
It's about exploring the unknown.
I'll give yours a nickname. Show me.
Oh, yeah, right.
I've got no names for that, my friend.
Yep.
Put it away.
Righto. Producer Belle. Interesting. You have one for this.
Yes, hello. Yeah, I do.
Not
for me.
How long ago did you name it?
So, this is for my partner, Luke's.
Yes.
Which is interesting because he's actually come into work today for what's
he had
happening?
to drop me off at work because he's waiting for his car to be
right.
ready to be picked
So,
up.
yeah,
and we live in Mount Barker.
Yeah,
so
I'm looking at his eyes as you're saying this. So this is really going to hit different for me.
He we've been together now for like almost a year, and it happened pretty early. And I'd never nicknamed anyone's before, but his name's Luke, and I just call it Little Lukey. But it's
Little Luke.
That's not fun for Luke.
but it's like
Well, I suppose. Hey, you
But
would
then I go-
assume if you are a person called Luke,
Yep.
you would assume that it would be smaller than you.
Yeah.
yeah.
So you're always going to be big Luke.
But
for
then
sure.
then I go, oh, it's not so little.
Oh,
Oh, God.
too much for me.
Disgusting.
Anyway.
I thought the cooked prawn stuff was too much.
Yeah.
I don't know that.
Oh, gosh.
Anyway, yeah. So
That's too
that's
much.
I don't know.
How does he feel about Little Luke?
I think he's okay because then, like, I don't know. I just don't want to say. You just go like, oh, how's it going? Like,
Yeah.
how's
Yeah.
little
So you
Luke
talk to
going?
it?
No. Like, I
Sounds like you talk to it. That's weird.
Right. Well.
Anyway,
hey,
this
look.
is what you want people to say.
No,
though,
this
when
is
they
this
call
is
up.
this is it.
Yeah, that's it,
This
yeah,
is fine.
that's it.
So this is what we're doing. Do you have a nickname for your partner's privates? 13 24 10. You can remain anonymous,
If you want.
or you can just give us your real name, whatever it is. Anna joins us. Do you have a nickname for your partner's privates, or do they have one for you?
I have one for my partner's thing, and it's called Johnny.
Why is it called Johnny?
Does he ever do the old, Jack Nicholson?
Here's Johnny.
No, it's more like because then you can talk about it in public, and it's like nobody knows what you're talking about.
Yeah,
suppose
okay.
so, yeah.
I mean, I'd have a pretty good idea if you were talking about his, like, Johnny Johnson, Johnny.
Yeah. I think your kid's just really sick.
Yeah. I like Liam's analogy of here's Johnny, bam, 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 bam,
bam, bam.
That'd be fun.
Goes through the bathroom door. Steph, do you have a nickname, do you, for your partner's privates?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Go for it.
Right, okay.
All right, so I named his thing Henry, but I nicknamed his Henry Henny.
Sorry. So
it's called Henry, now you've shortened it to Henny.
Yes, I have. It came about because we were talking about the ugliest names.
Yeah.
No offense to anyone named Henry. and we found Henry, and we realised we actually don't know anyone named Henry throughout all our schooling.
Yeah.
And I work in healthcare, and I absolutely don't know anyone named Henry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, right.
Now we can talk about Henry.
So because
wherever we are.
it's ugly?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
his
yeah.
thing, but the name.
But none of them are pretty, in my opinion. Yeah, for sure. These are great though, guys, and all, I would say all like very nice, respectable names.
So far,
absolutely. Alicia, do you have a nickname for your partner's privates?
Hey guys, it's actually not me. My husband and I found out that my mother-in-law has a nickname for my father-in-law.
Oh, that's a weird one.
That's
Isn't
not
it?
one you want to find out.
Yeah.
Is it? You'd rather
it was-
them keep that to themselves.
Absolutely. It was very awkward. We were playing the board game 5 Second Rule Uncensored, and she had to name 3 names for private parts.
Yeah.
And that was the only one she could think of. She just blurted out, Bobby, and then went blank, and we all knew what was going on.
Did you find out why it was called Bobby, or you'd rather not know?
We'd rather not know. Everyone just went blank and peed ourselves laughing, and that was the end of that.
Maybe it was bobbing around on the top of the spa or something.
I reckon you're right.
After a skinny dip.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Stacey, go for it.
Yeah, so he's going to hate this, but we've got one for each of our privates. So his is Wang Wang and mine is Foodie.
Okay, yes. An ode to the Adelaide Zoo pandas. Yes.
That's right.
I can see why as well. Yeah, you don't really need to explain.
Is that a recent thing, or was that when we first got them here in Adelaide?
It's been going on for a few years, just a bit of a call that we made one day, and it's kind of stuck.
I feel like Wang Wang would have come first, and then he's probably gone, well, then you're Fooney.
You must be Fooney.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
You know, Wang Wang and Fooney are famous for never mating as well, though, right?
Oh, well, that's incorrect for us.
Okay.
I'm glad to hear the fire is still alive.
Good for
Stacey.
you, Stacey.
Daniel, this is yours. Yours has a nickname.
Yeah, good morning, Ben and Liam. How are you?
Very good. Now, did you name it, or did someone else name it?
No, the missus made a joke about it one night, and it's kind of stuck. So
Okay.
It's called the tenderizer.
Okay. We're finding the line this morning.
Yeah. That's why it's the forbidden folder, I guess, Daniel.
Yeah.
Good for you, mate.
I feel like Daniel's one of those guys who's got a tattoo around his belly button with an arrow pointing to him saying the man, and then one going down saying the legend.
Yeah, and if anyone's actually ever seen a bit of meat get tenderised, I don't know if that's a good thing, Daniel.
Well, either way, thanks for your call. Last one here from Emily. Do you have a nickname for your partner's privates?
Hey, Ben and Liam, how you going?
Good, thank you.
That's good. My partner likes to call my Nebs and Connie Nebula and Constellation. He's into astrology.
Right. So, as in, is that more the friends upstairs?
Yeah.
Oh, so
And what did he call them?
Nebs and Connie.
Nebs and Connie. What is that? Is that a constellation?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, there you go.
You got the saucepan downstairs. Well, that's an interesting one. Last one, why not? Claudia, come on. Do you have a nickname, or is it a nickname for yours?
Good morning, Ben and Liam. Yes, the purple-headed warrior.
Oh, yeah, that'll do us, Claudia. Thank you. I have lost my breakfast, and we will call it there. Should have called it at Emily.
And don't forget, you're listening to Nova 919.
Liam Pod Men Cast. Wait, I said that wrong. Ben and Liam Podcast.
Liam, every now and then, you and I will have ideas that don't get up on the show. We're always pitching stuff. I'd say probably like 70% does get on the airwaves, 30% gets blocked by the producers.
Yeah.
The reason I bring this up is because I've had an idea recently that I really wanted to do, but it has been blocked by our big boss, Vegan Ben.
Is this the animal facts segment?
I'm talking animal
and look,
facts.
On paper, like if it came across my desk and said, someone said, I want to do animal facts, I'd probably be like, nah.
Well, look, I'll be honest. It doesn't look too sexy written down or saying it
doesn't.
out
Look,
loud.
like,
But when you actually hear these facts that I've stumbled across, I reckon you'll leave today going, yeah, wow, I didn't know any of that stuff.
Why don't we call Boss Man Ben?
Yep.
And then you can give him your facts.
Yep.
And then if he's impressed by them, he'll think, oh, I'm the idiot.
Yeah.
But if he's not, then of course he'll be the idiot.
But I've also done my facts already.
That's
You know
true.
what I mean?
That's true. You've already, in doing so, you get to do the segment anyway.
So a bit of a loophole here is calling him live.
Yeah.
I'm going to be able to do them anyway.
So where did you get all these facts from? Some sort of book or?
Animalfacts.com.
Oh.
No, I discovered one and then I just Googled more.
Okay. Well, we're calling the boss man now.
Hello.
Hey, Ben. Just Ben. How are you?
Hey, mate. How you doing?
Not too bad. You got a sec?
Yeah.
So, sometimes in radio your ideas don't get up. That's fine. But I've heard that you weren't too into my animal fact idea. Is that right?
Look, it didn't kind of take me as being one of your better ideas.
Yeah, it
if
didn't
I'm
pop.
honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm honest, it wasn't up there with some of your better gear.
No, that's fine. But what I was thinking is I think because you haven't perhaps seen the facts, that's why we're on different pages. Maybe if I ran some of them past you and then you were like, oh, wow, they're quite impressive, then you can green light it and then I can come on air and talk about them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
So how's this for one?
Sure.
Right. Elephants have got 800 stomachs.
800?
800 stomachs. Does that not blow you away?
It's pretty mind-blowing.
It is, isn't it? Yeah.
Sorry, boss man Ben.
Shut up, Liam.
Liam here also.
Shut up, Liam.
Sorry, I'm just on the back of the call here. I don't believe that one. I don't know if that's Ben told me that one is just like as an example for his facts.
That one has been a little bit contentious.
I don't think that's real at all. I don't think they have 800 stomachs.
No, if you Google it, different things come up.
So this segment is now Ben's animal lies.
No. I've got some here. Look, I've got more. How long do you think a snail sleeps for?
I don't know, a week.
3 years.
It's a long nap.
It's a really long nap.
If you see a snail and you think it's dead, so I'm just going to kick it or whatever.
Yeah.
It could just be asleep. It could have been asleep since 2019.
Did you know, Ben, that back in dinosaur times, there was a breed of penguin that was as tall as LeBron James?
Can we actually fact check or verify these?
Some of them feel a bit. They do feel a bit like Reddit facts, don't they? They don't like.
So Ben, there's 3 facts for you. Is the segment getting a green light or a red light?
I've warmed to it a little more, Ben, but I'm not sure if they're actually factually correct.
Yeah. Well, look, joke's on you because you're live on Nova, so I've just done them.
Oh yeah, really?
So now everyone believes that there's penguins going around taller than LeBron James that can play basketball.
Can I give everyone one more before we wrap this up? Cows can sleep standing up, but they can only dream lying down.
Well, great. Well, guys, we'll chat in the after show meeting. I look forward to it.
Yeah, me too, Ben.
And for the record, I'm not sucking up here, but I'm well and truly on the boss's side on this one.
Thanks, Ben.
See you guys. Bye.
See you, mate. Bye.
Half of those are just made up. That's just people. That's just you buying into things that people with no qualifications have just written on the internet. Like I don't. They were so wild that I'm like, nah. Like that snail one, I don't believe that either. To be honest. I believe like maybe one of them.
P to the O to the D to the cast.
Ben, what are your thoughts on heated blankets?
Love them. Nothing better than a cold winter's day or night and just getting into bed with a heated blanket.
Yeah, so that's not a standpoint I have. I'm of the belief that they're death traps. I think my mum told me that when I was growing up, that, people light on fire and that sort of stuff while they're sleeping.
What do you mean? No one's lit up on fire from a heated blanket.
Think they have electrical fault, something like that.
What? I think you've been fooled by mum propaganda.
No. So my friends had them growing up, but I never had one because mum said, those things, death traps.
And are your friends alive?
Well, most of them, yeah, but I mean, if they were less fortunate and maybe had like cheaper heated blankets, maybe they, would have lit on fire.
Well, yeah, I'm not encouraging anybody to get like a heated blanket that they don't trust.
Well, look,
but maybe like a Sunbeam would be a good brand.
I don't like them, and my fiance Sarah's been, pushing them for quite a while now.
Oh yeah, they're great.
4+ years.
Yeah,
and I said, no, forget about it. Death traps. I'm not gonna lie on one.
You sound like a dad that just doesn't want to.
Well, here's the thing.
Give in.
So last night I've got into bed.
Yeah.
What am I lying on? Like a thick grid of cords.
What?
Like someone had left a rope under the bed.
What
I was
are
like,
you
what is this
talking
uncomfortable?
about?
Oh, geez, I think I put my back out and I flip around. What do I see? A plug coming from the bed into the wall. She's snuck on a heated blanket.
You think they're uncomfortable?
They're uncomfortable. They're unnecessary. Last night was a pretty warm night. And she's like, oh, no, this is a good one. So I can keep my side hot and your side cold. So she put her side on and the whole bed obviously turned into a furnace because there's a quilt over us.
Yeah.
And here's a novel idea. I don't actually like being hot in bed. I like the cool side of the pillow.
No, but what you do...
Even when it's cold, I like the sheets to be a little bit cold.
No, but what you do is you turn it on before you get into bed, and then when you get into bed, you turn it off. So it's not cold to shock the system.
Maybe someone needs to explain that to her because it was.
So I don't know.
I felt like I was sleeping in a slow cooker.
I don't know what uncomfortable electric blanket you're getting. Maybe you need a Sunbeam because they're not all that uncomfortable.
Are you? Are you like being paid by Sunbeam to promote their products?
Why doesn't she get a single hot blanket for her side?
It's still going to warm the whole thing up. And like instead of just having one leg out of the quilt, I was like I was in my jocks like sweating on top of the quilt, being like, please just turn it off. And then she even agreed it got too hot, and now we're just sleeping on the cords and we haven't turned it off.
Maybe you're gonna have to be one of those couples where you sleep in the spare room.
I'm happy to be a spare room guy. I know we're not even married yet, but I honestly, if she's hard on the old for winter, I'll sleep in the spare room. That's fine. I can snore as loud as I want in there. What did your partner buy behind your back? Because I feel a little cheated.
Yep.
To be honest, especially the fact she just tried to sneak it on there, like I wouldn't notice that I was sleeping in lava.
Yeah.
13 24 10 is the number. Laura joins us now. What did your partner buy behind your back?
Well, it was actually me that bought something behind his back. We were due to get married, and just a couple of months before our wedding, I went overseas with my dad to go visit our family. And so we were on a tight budget, saving for the wedding, and he's like, you can only spend this much while you're away. I promised him it wouldn't cost much. And I may or may not have kind of just like lived off rations for the trip, dipped into a little bit of our wedding money and bought a new designer handbag.
Oh, but was the handbag for the wedding? Could spin that.
No, but when you go over there, because they're made over there, it's a little bit cheaper, and then you get your tax back. So it would be rude not.
Yeah, it would have been silly not to buy it.
You mentioned like a little bit cheaper, and you can get the tax back and stuff. Do you mind us asking, Laura, like how much you dipped? Like, how much was this handbag, this grandiose item?
It was $1,800.
Oh.
My first car was $1,400.
I remember buying in school. Like I remember my mum having to buy my backpacks, and she used to always like angry. It's like $60 for a backpack.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
$1,800. You using it every day?
I do. I use it all the time, and it's not something that I do regularly. So I was like, I'm getting married. I'm going to treat myself.
Oh, yeah.
I bet he was stoked as well.
I bet he would love that.
He's like, awesome. This is going to be a fun marriage.
Thank you, Laura. Tiana joins us now. What did your partner buy behind your back, Tiana?
It's actually my ex-partner that bought himself a drift car on finance while he already had $30,000 owing.
Oh, my God.
Live hard and fast.
Drift around your enemies.
Yeah, I bet you on movie night he'd be going, let's watch Fast and Furious 5 again, wasn't he?
I think I've seen that movie more times than I've actually lived.
Yeah.
Living life 1,000 miles an hour. Vin Diesel.
Thank you very much, Tiana.
If you didn't know, we've got a studio audience now. Oh, no, but it's something we're experimenting with. We think it's working well.
Good morning, Michael. What did your partner buy behind your back?
She bought a CX-9, a car.
She bought a whole car behind your back. What, and it was just in the driveway when you got home or something?
No, I was working away. I used to work as a commercial diver over in Port Lincoln.
Nice.
So I've told her to have a look for a car because she had an issue with hers and let me know what type of car she wanted.
Yeah.
Later on that day, while I was sitting on the boat, my phone rang and it was the finance company informing me that I needed to sign some paperwork for a loan for a car.
Wicked. So, they got onto you before your own wife did. That's nuts.
And did she go through with it? Did you end up getting the car?
Yeah, we have the car. I'm happy to sell it. It's a complete lemon. But we've had the car for like 6 years.
So hang on. So what was the make and model?
It's a CX-9.
CX-9.
So
and what do you want for it?
Box of chocolates. I don't know.
This is the moment I think about our good friends at the Mazda dealership. Sponsors of the show.
But this is a second-hand one. We're not buying it direct from the official,
Also,
retailer.
can I just flipping back across to the early part of your story, Michael, you mentioned commercial diving. Is that going down, getting...
abalone?
Yeah, cockles and things, or what's that?
On the tuna farms at Port Lincoln and Kingfish.
Yeah,
there you go.
So, not a glamorous job, picking up dead fish for a living.
Hang on, why are they dead? So you're diving down there to get dead ones?
Oh, well, you have a certain percentage of them die from either rubbing up against nets or deformities or unknowns. So not
just
many,
looking
but
at producer Belle, and she is hating this conversation.
Wish I didn't open up that can of tuna. We're all having fun here. No, good stuff. Never eating that again. There you go. Lay off that particular model of car if it's second hand, and don't eat tuna, guys. That's what we've learnt this morning.
That bit's done. Here's another one.
We are joined now by our producer Belle.
What's trending?
Trending all over the internet. Twitter.
Instagram.
Welcome to Facebook.
Morning, guys. Well, drive-through supermarkets might be coming sooner than we'd think.
Whoa.
Think of it like, how we already have, online order with delivery, and you've got online order click and collect, so you can go and get it. Well, Woolworths are trialling turning some of their service stations into pickup points for your online orders. So you'd go to the servo, pull up, you'd have some sort of code for your order that you've got ready to go, pick it up, take it home.
That's disappointing. I was thinking speaker box. I was like, hello, welcome to Woolworths. What can I get, please? And you're like, can I have some eggs and a bag of grapes and some self-raising flour and some Rexona? And then people are behind you going, come on, what's taking so long?
And some exciting news for MasterChef fans. One for you, Ben.
Mm-hmm.
We now have the pay for the contestants leaked.
Finally. I am a big MasterChef fan.
Do you like Channel 10 leak it? It's always like...
for
there
sure.
seems to be holes leaking everywhere
for
here.
sure.
But I suppose they just do it to maybe get some headlines. I don't know.
Hey, get people talking. Here we are.
Unless there's just a lot of moles in these television offices.
It is intriguing, though, because these are just everyday people that actually go on this show. So you wonder, they're putting their day jobs aside to go on this show. So what are they getting paid to do it?
Well, we do wonder, especially this year, because it's the fans versus favourites. So you've got the fans, so the normal contestants, versus favourites, so people from seasons past. Now, you would think maybe there was a pay gap there. Maybe the favourites were getting paid more to come back. I.e. last year, Poe, who returned, allegedly she got around $40,000 to do that.
That's a lot of money, but I would have thought Poe would be on more than that for some reason. I think
Kind of did too, yeah. But
big
I don't know.
bucks for Poe. Like she's a big star for them.
I guess it depends though. Like, how long do they take to film the season? Like, if they film it in 2 weeks, that's insane.
Yes.
If they film it over a couple of months, I thought Poe would be bringing in more.
Well, this year, apparently, it might be around $630 a week for contestants.
Per week of filming
Per
on
week.
MasterChef,
Yeah.
each contestant gets about $600. That's their wage, essentially.
Yes. When you compare that, though, shows like Maths...
Hang on, so Julie Goodwin's getting $600 a
we
week.
don't know if the favourites are. We might just be
I was
the
going to say, what a slap in the face.
But hey, we don't know. But shows like Maths, in the past, it's come out that the contestants get about $150 a day.
Is that a day?
Yeah,
So
a day.
it's roughly the same.
And Bachelor can be as low as $100 a day. So you really got to find that.
But they're there for love, though. So
that's it. They're just there for their
Same as
heart,
Maths.
You know.
And finally, Nick Kyrgios has been officially labelled a jerk after he took over a charity basketball game on the weekend. There was a basketball game that was happening to raise money for the Starlight Foundation. It had celebrities and, just Aussie icons in it, such as the New South Wales Premier and Nick Kyrgios. Now, after the game, NBL legend Steve Cofino absolutely blasted Nick, saying that he just took over the game and did not be a good sport about it.
What lack of sportsmanship. He's blocking girls' shots. He's not passing to his teammates. This is a celebrity game. That's the premier right there. Have some respect. I'm going to go on the record right here. Man, put the camera on me. What a jerk. Oh, my goodness.
You can't knock it. He goes hard in the effing paint.
Oh, I'm with you. By the sounds of it, they're still annoyed that he played well.
He's lethal from the elbow. Yeah, he bowled over a few Starlight kids, but I mean, three-pointer's a three-pointer, isn't it?
Ben and Liam love you.
We've also got producer Belle to hang around in the studio. Good morning, Belle.
Hi.
Do you know why we have asked you to hang around this morning?
No, and I hate it when you do this to me because you don't tell me what we're doing.
It's funny.
And I get really stressed and then everyone acts a bit weird around me and I always know what we're doing every minute of the show normally. And then you just hide things from me.
I get the feeling, but I feel like no one stresses more than you. Like you can see Belle gets visibly sweaty. She's running through all the worst things she's done.
What do you think it is? What do you think you've done?
I have no idea. I know that I wasn't at work yesterday because I took a day off, which I did schedule way in
to be
advance.
honest, we roasted you for that yesterday, so that's not even about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's the only thing that I'm...
No, this is something that it's not just like a once-off mistake.
It's super important that we do this right now.
It's like a constant mistake that gets repeated over and over and over and over again. And to be honest, Ben and I, we're getting a little sick of it. Can we please bring in evidence? Exhibit A.
Now do you know what you've done before it comes in? It's about to come.
dirty plates and bowls.
Don't play that off like it's not a bad thing.
Oh, it's the dirty mug.
Look at this. No.
that.
This is the problem. The problem is you don't take it seriously. The problem is you think it's just a dirty plate and a mug.
What are you looking at there? These are 3 coffees from Belle's booth. Yes, they're all yours. One of them has been in the second studio for the last 2 months. Dirty mugs are one thing.
You know what? It's you're making it sound like it's 2 mugs you left around the office. Literally, you've got 14 mugs in the rat booth.
You've got all of these mugs.
Oh, okay.
They are from the back of your computer, Belle.
They're yours.
Look, once they go behind the computer, I usually do just forget about them.
It's a problem. It's a gross problem.
Those 3 there, they're half full. Can you explain what you're seeing there? Because that makes me gag when I look at it.
One of them might have a growth in it.
It's like a petri dish.
It looks like Stranger Things. It looks like you're doing tests to discover penicillin. There is things flying. If you sort of shake one of the mugs, little bits start flying up.
How hard is it for you to go to the kitchen and wash your mug when you need one?
We're like your roommates. We're like your brothers here. We're living in the same environment, and you're being a grotty little bee.
It smells. It smells.
Were you brought up like this?
No, absolutely not. Look, at the end of the show, we do a lot of things and we have to run out of the studio and I've got to run to a meeting or whatever. So sometimes I do forget that I've put the mug down and yes, it might be half
that's
full.
10 times there. So that's some.
No one else is
few
forgetting.
times.
You're the only person in the entire office.
You know what?
And then I come back the next day and I go, whoops, I just got a new mug out. Well,
you said you were raised better. We're going to find out. Jackie Jackson, Belle's mum, joins us on the line now. Jackie, good morning.
Good morning, boys.
Jackie, does it shock you to hear that?
Drive you up the wall.
Yeah, does it shock you to hear that she's being so dirty at the office? What was she like as a child?
Well, it's a little bit disappointing to hear, yes, because I raised her very well.
Mm.
She was a tidy little girl.
Mm.
And then she got into real life
And as we know, boys,
Mm-hmm.
real life makes things like tidying up a little bit hard sometimes. But it is disappointing.
Yeah.
Well, I was the one at home. Like, I've got two brothers, and they were the ones that left bowls everywhere, which my mum can testify to. They would leave bowls everywhere, and I would clean them up. So I think I've just...
So what, you have respect for your brothers and not for us? Not your radio brothers?
Yeah, radio
Street
brothers.
brothers?
You know what?
We're street brothers. We ride or die, Belle. We clean each other's mugs.
I'm thinking it might be a girl thing. Because she's absolutely right. The boys left the bowls and the girls, a.k.a. me, because Belle didn't drink tea when she was a little thing, I would leave my mugs around. Actually, it is an annoying habit, but you know what? I think she's a chip off the old block.
Okay, so we're now finding out this morning that Belle is being a dirty little bee from her mum.
Yeah.
Oh, seems Jackie's a grotty little bee too. Oh, what a revelation. I thought you were going to get angry because, Belle's room is all messy, but no, you both just must have lived in a pigsty the whole time, I suppose, is what I'm hearing now.
Well, okay, boys, let's put it this way.
Yeah.
She's not burping and farting around the studio.
Well...
No.
Okay.
Sometimes there is some funky smells coming from the booth, but I don't know. I suppose we can't really point a finger.
Yeah.
Either way, Jackie, thanks for joining us this morning. We're certainly going to need to sort this out.
Well, I think the only punishment I can think of is you have to drink that half full one.
I'd die. I'd actually die.
So then put it away. Clean it.
Clean or die.
Clean or die.
That is the ultimatum here.
I might just put it back behind the computer screen.
Oh,
we'll never know.
You're the worst.
Here's another bit of curry.
13-24-10. Give us a buzz right now. Who didn't your parents know?
Yeah, Liam, I went around Mum and Dad's house over the weekend. The TV was on in the background, had some trashy daytime TV Hollywood show, and there was an actress on the screen. Dad said, "Who's that?" I said, "Dad, that's Scarlett Johansson."
It's a pretty big deal.
Pretty big deal.
Yeah, that's...
Anyway, what's she been in?
Black Widow, mate.
Yeah.
That's,
Avengers.
Johansson.
Biggest movie of all time.
Done a fair bit. Also released an album. A lot of people don't know that.
Did she?
About Scarlett. Yes. She's been in some trippy movies as well.
He said, "Well, I never heard of her."
Like diminishing her career. Well, can't be that big of a deal. Huh? Yeah, Avengers probably the highest grossing
it is
of all time.
Yeah. So we kept watching. Next person didn't know, Margot Robbie. She's Australian, Dad.
Go on, who's she then? He's obviously not a fan of his DC or Marvel. He's not a really superhero movie guy.
And then I was like, "How do you not know these people? Who do you know?" Mum said, "Oh, Julia Roberts."
We know her.
Yeah, okay, that's fair enough.
We watched that Pretty Woman the other night. It's a good one. We got it on VHS. We watch it every week.
Who didn't your parents know? 13-24-10 is our number. It might be like a celebrity, but it could also be just someone in your personal life. Sylvia.
I'd like to be with your dad when he watches Wolf of Wall Street for the first time. About halfway through the movie.
Yeah, there's a good one. 13-24-10. Give us a buzz like Sylvia has. Good morning. Who didn't your parents know?
Good morning, Ben and Liam.
Go for it.
My brother and I used to skateboard back in the day, and we used to watch videos of Tony Hawk, and my parents would walk in and be like, "Who are you watching? Who is this person?" And we'd be obsessed with him back in the day. And they wouldn't have a clue who they were.
Tony Hawk, you massive nerd. You ever heard of the 300? God.
Yeah, that's right.
Have you seen, there's a lot of funny memes going around at the moment. Everyone's calling him Tony Honk. People
why?
It's just funny. And people are like uploading their screenshots of his Instagram and they're DMing him saying, "Hey, Tony Honk." And then he's saying, "Stop it, seriously." And they're like, "No, Tony Honk."
It's funny how Tony Hawk, he doesn't look like he's a good skater.
No.
Right? You know, he's one of those people that doesn't look like he's the best at what he does.
Yeah.
Charlie joins us now. Who didn't your parents know?
My parents did know Carl Stefanovic.
Hang on, you called up for who did your parents know?
Yeah.
That doesn't work.
But also I'm intrigued that they knew Carl Stefanovic. How'd they know him?
Yeah. So my mum went to high school with him.
Oh, sorry, they actually know him as a personal friend.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I can see how you've been confused.
Do they know him?
I thought you were just going to list off all the people that your parents know. Yeah, no, he's heard of Will Smith, yeah,
No.
Will Ferrell as well. Familiar with both of those guys.
Were they close with Carl?
Yeah, so my nan and Carl's mum are still currently best friends.
That's pretty good.
There you go. What's Carl's mum's name?
I wouldn't know at the top of my head.
Gotcha.
Bloody liar.
But gotcha.
Big liar.
Well, look, Charlie, it wasn't what we necessarily...
We're just joking.
Wasn't what we necessarily wanted, but having said that, not bad.
Yeah.
Not a bad call.
Hey, look, if your Nana's friends with Carl Stefanovic's mum, I'm not saying no to that call, obviously. I mean, it's not, it wasn't what we were really going for, but like, hell, thanks for calling up.
You're on Nova.
And that's the end of the Belle and Liam podcast. We mentioned at the start, we're brainstorming this new thing where we tell stories which aren't good enough for the radio. You would think, that's stuff that should be left on the chopping room floor. But I was like, hey, look, this is something I'd probably just tell you in passing.
Yeah, think about it.
Not as like a funny story. It's more just like, oh, what happened on the weekend? Oh, this happened.
Think about it as, it's 2007. You've just got the DVD of Incredibles. Yeah. And you've gone, hang on, there's 2 discs in here.
What the heck is this?
You put the second disc in, you've got the bonus features.
Yeah, this is a bonus feature. So over the weekend, I was at Adelaide United. They were playing Perth Glory. I was hoping to see a little glimpse of Daniel Sturridge, former Liverpool player.
Did he play?
Wasn't even on the bench.
Why?
He's been hopeless.
Did they announce that?
Yeah, no. Well, he's played like 60 minutes this whole season
because he's not up to it.
He's sort of he's behind the pace. But
wow,
he was incredible. But 10 years ago.
Yep. How old is he?
Oh, he'd probably be like 38 or something.
Yeah, right. So
I don't know. It's sort of
10 years ago. It was 28.
Look, I don't think he's in his 40s. Let's look, but yeah, he was. It was SAS back in the day. It was Suarez and Sturridge, and they were just on fire.
Yep.
That was in 2012, 2013. Let's have a little look. Daniel Sturridge, 32, so he's actually really young.
What?
He should still be pretty good, but he obviously just dipped hard.
Yeah.
Sturridge
ever done an endorsement deal for his own line of porridge? Sturridge's porridge?
Sturridge's porridge? No, he has not.
Maybe I'll bring it up with him.
Yeah. Anyway, so didn't see him there. That's not the story. There was a point where I was drinking a beer, and I actually went with my parents.
Yep.
I asked for tickets for you and me. This is a trick I do sometimes. And the thing is, people go there and go, "Oh, where's Ben?" I'm like, "Oh, I couldn't make it." And it's just me,
which is very believable.
Which is me wanting 4 tickets.
Yeah.
To things.
Yeah.
And
who'd you go with? Your mum, your dad,
and Sarah.
And Sarah, right?
But I'm like, we used to have membership tickets back in the day. So I'm like, mum and dad,
Imagine how much it'd F you if I actually rocked up.
Yeah, that'd be so bad. I'd be like, mum and dad are here. You gotta leave. And so I was drinking a beer, and it just went fully down the wrong pipe. You know that horrible feeling when it's with water or whatever. It went down the wrong pipe, so I really needed to cough it. But then I was trying to be discreet because coughing's not really fun in public these days.
Yeah.
The whole COVID thing.
Yep.
So I was and I was coughing and trying to keep it quiet, and then I just went, I vomited
at the soccer
on my knee.
Oh no, Sturridge would have been so disappointed.
Yes, I got some Sturridge porridge on my knee, and it kind of came out like a cough vomit, like I was clearing the airway.
Yeah,
and I had to
actual
use,
was it
it
chunky?
was actually genuine vomit. I had to use my scarf to clean it.
What did you?
But then it was people were all around me. Everyone was, "Oh, well, Liam, what the hell? Are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, all good." I was really embarrassed because I was I'm just cough vomit. Yeah.
Speaking of beer, have you seen Furphy's new beer? This is unsponsored, by the way. It's genuinely just I saw it and was like, "Oh, Furphy got a new beer."
Really?
They do a crisp lager now. So it's like a Furphy,
less
but it's
calories, isn't it?
No, I think it's the same. Oh, I don't know. Maybe it is, but I think it's just a lager. It's like a light kind of lager. So it's quite a dark ale.
Yeah.
It's not a dark ale, but maybe it's just the bottle color. I don't know, but it looks quite dark.
Yeah.
Whereas the Furphy is quite light. The new one, the crisp lager.
The crisp.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying it.
I've been drinking lately the better beer. The one that the Spider Unemployed guys do. Yeah, because it's
that's low calories, isn't it?
Yeah, it's me trying to be a little less fat, but it's
that's smart though from them to be let's do a low calorie beer that's for legends.
It's 0 calories, 0 sugar.
Yeah,
and then just obviously bulk carbs.
Yeah.
No, sorry. It would be. What did I say? Did I say 0 calories? It's obviously be calories. It's probably, I think it says 0 carbs, 0 sugar on the thing.
While we're speaking of other people and stuff Inspired Unemployed, did you see that Dyson, who's running for
Alex Dyson? Yeah,
Alex Dyson, who's running for mayor,
the member for Wannon.
Did you see that he did a video with that lady that you love?
Funny.
Yeah,
she's my favorite person on TikTok. But then again, I think she's everyone's because I'm pretty sure she won the best TikTok of the year for Australia. Yeah, she's the one who does the mum stuff and the teachers.
She does all the characters. One of my favorites is she does the receptionist at your primary school.
Yeah,
it's just really grumpy for no reason.
She's good.
It's very good.
We did a thing recently. where we were. So cameraman Cam is leaving, and so we did interviews for all the people coming for his job.
Yep.
And I asked them all who their favourite
There's
person
3
on.
finalists.
Yeah, there was like 3 people, and then like Ben and I were seeing if we were like flying with them, and they were all great. But we, I was like, asked them all if they have like someone that they like on social media, and not a single one of them could tell me.
Yeah, you said who do you like watching online? Like who's a content
seeing
person?
As we're going to be making videos together for online,
and they never answer.
It's like, what do you guys don't watch TikTok?
Yeah,
you guys don't watch it every time you go to the toilet.
What do you do on your Instagram?
I don't even know the names of most of the people. I'm just like, there's that there's that American guy with the mullet and the showing you him do the Doctor Strange,
the orange hair.
Yeah, he's so funny.
Yeah.
And then there's the guy I really love who he's so funny. So I think his name's Kyle Gordon.
Which one's he?
Greg!
Oh,
you know that guy?
Yeah.
Everything he touches is gold. Man.
Yeah.
He's the funniest person alive, I reckon.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to like that Theo Von guy. I never really got him, but
we watched the Barstool interview with him, and
he was average.
He didn't pop.
Yeah, he didn't pop.
Yeah. Anyway, that's enough from us. Thank you very much for listening. Catch you in the next one. Bye.
Ben and Liam is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.